Good morning, scholars. Happy Tuesday, week 2 of ELT in the 4th quarter. Today we're going to focus on factoring. So I'm going to go through a couple examples, and then I'm going to have you do the rest on your own, quote unquote, but you can work with a partner. Okay, we have x squared minus 7x minus 18. I'm going to go ahead and use the x method. On the top goes a times c. On the bottom goes b. I'm going to go ahead and label my a, b, and c. My a is equal to 1, my b is equal to negative 7, and my c is equal to negative 18. The a is the coefficient of my x squared, the b is my coefficient of my x, and the c is the constant right here all the way towards the right. Make sure you keep your negatives, that's extremely important. So a times c, a positive 1 times a negative 18 equals a negative 18. My b is negative 7, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom. I'm going to make my little pockets. My top is multiplication and my bottom is addition. So what could multiply to negative 18 that adds to negative 7? If you do not know how to do this, it is extremely important that you are listening now. Teachers, please make sure everyone is listening to what I'm about to say. If you are not good at finding factors, if this is the most difficult part of factoring for you, you can put in your calculator, into your graphing calculator, y equals what the number is you want it to multiply to. So in this instance, it would be negative 18. And you divide that by x. When you put this into your graphing calculator, you may then go to seconds, table. When you do this, you will find a list of factors. Miss Hood's going to do it by hand. My list of factors for negative 18 would be 1 and 18, 2 and 9. Hey, that could equal 7. So I have my negative 9 and my positive 2. My a value in this instance is 1. So I know I can just take my factors and set my factors into the parentheticals with my x. So I have x minus 9 and x plus 2. That is it. That is the answer for number 1. The biggest takeaway from this is if you did not know how to find any of your factors or all of your factors in your calculator, you can plug it into your y equals as if you were going to graph it and then come up with the table. I'm going to go through one more example. Number 2. Number 2 is p squared minus 5p minus 14. Again, I'm going to set up my x, a times c, and my b. My pockets on the top are multiplication. My pocket on the bottom is addition. My a is 1. My b is negative 5. My c is negative 14. My a times c is 1 times negative 14. My b is negative 5. I want something that multiplies to get me negative 14, that adds to get me negative 5. I'm going to go ahead and start listing them. 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Hey, 2 and 7 could equal negative 5. So I'm going to put my negative 7 and my positive 2. One of the biggest misconceptions that I have seen within my scholars is that you find the correct factors and then you accidentally mix up the signs. If you had a negative 2 and a positive 7, yes, indeed, it would multiply to still get negative 14, but it would not add up to get me the negative 5 that I need. So please pay special attention to your signs. Again, if you forgot or didn't know how to find, I know 14 is kind of a small number, but just to remind us, if you forgot how to find factors or if the number was bigger, you could have done y is equal to 14 divided by x into as if you were graphing the calculator using your y equals button. After you do that, you will go to second table. And again, this will show you all of the factors. Since this p has a coefficient of 1 or my a value is 1, I can just go ahead and set my factors into my parentheticals with my x minus 7 and x plus 2. Go ahead and complete the rest of these on your own. There's quite a few. Good luck.